morning, everybody. I think just stand by. Skywalker might just suddenly leap up and extend those claws. Just, I don't know. I guess I hope everybody's having a good Thursday. I was going to do a Rancho update, and I thought, you know what? I guess I should do a life update, to be honest with you, because, well, it's been a long road the last couple years, and this summer was kind of, I don't want to call it a throwaway summer, but I had to deal with a lot of things, 2 surgeries, one in April and then in August 7th. And I'm very happy to say, of course, that they were very successful surgeries, but they pretty much limited what I was able to do during the summer, especially in terms of bigger projects here. And at the same time, over the last 2.5, almost 3 years, you guys know I've been involved in a massive writing project. It's finally coming to an end. It has come to an end, actually. So I know you want to jump up here, right? You want a piece of me so bad. I know you do. So let's just get up there. There we go. That's Skywalker. He's the most handsomest one of all. He's a very affectionate kitty. So that is now winding down, and I'm just in the seeking out an agent phase, which they say is like a 1 in 60,000 shot. So we know how it's going to turn out. But anyway, I'm glad it's behind me and can take a break and focus on the Rancho here. I have to say, Blackbird did a really excellent job of cleaning up and getting rid of a lot of recycle and other things. So I'm super happy about that. That makes me really thrilled. We've had some good harvests of some plums, and some pears are there for the taking now. I'm also working with an organization to get the cats neutered and spayed. So we'll have that under control. I've got Shadow behind me here now. Huh? I know you got such a bad go of things. I know you do. You got such a hard life. All right, there we go. Very affectionate cat. So they're working to they bring the traps over. You can see them over there. And what that actually does is, for about a week or so, you start feeding them inside of the cages. Only you can see the 2 little bowls in there, and then they get used to eating in there. And then, like Monday night, I think Tuesday night, we're going to be resetting them. So there's a little pad in there, and when they stand on it, it closes it pushes down, it allows the back of the cage to close down, and it's very humane. They'll be taken out, fixed, and then brought back here. She said they don't really take cats except tame ones in the shelter, and I think the ones that we like around here are the tame ones. I mean, we like them. I'm an animal lover. You guys know I'm an animal lover, right? Yeah, of course. But I'm going to be very happy to have that done. That's Chairman Meow right there. And we've got Shadow in the back of my chair here. Oh, what are you doing? Huh? There's Shadow. It's another very easygoing cat here. I did move ahead on the Rancho. One of the things that's very difficult to, well, let's take a walk around. We'll talk about what's coming up now and what changes are coming. I can tell you there's going to be a lot more traveling and adventuring and a lot more video coming up. So I don't know how I swung it for almost 2.5 years of continuing to run a very active YouTube channel by writing as seamlessly and as behind the scenes as possible, so it wouldn't disrupt the flow of things. And by and large, that's turned out to be very good. But there's some things that haven't been done. Well, let's go around and see what's going to happen. Besides the metal detecting, there's not really much to show you here. Coming into fall is prime metal detecting time, and that's certainly one of the things that's going to be going up here. If you didn't see my last metal detecting video, yeah, it started out good, and then I got kicked off the property and the royal boot for probably the 135th time on YouTube videos or live streams. I'm used to it. Okay, get the owner's permission, go on the property. All right, let's walk around a little bit and talk a little bit. As you guys know, I chose not to grow anything this year, but to let things fallow because, well, when you have these planters, it's very easy to wear out the soil in them, and you have to constantly amend it, or else you just let it sit. And one of the projects we're going to do in the next couple weeks is cleaning up these planter boxes in preparation for next year. Also, I'm going to leave these wires up because you know, the cats tend to use this as a litter box, and once I'm growing, I don't want that stuff in there. So it's very easy for me to put like a mesh or chicken wire around. It'll keep them from being in the planter boxes. The Shine Shack not Shine Shack, but the workshop is in pretty good shape here. Because I really haven't done a lot. I had to bring the bike inside because somebody tried to steal it off of the back deck one night. So yeah, it's been over 2 years, if you can believe it. Over 2 years since we've been working on the Marantz and the restoration of that. It's a beautiful unit. We got half of it. I got half of it done and recapped on this side. The power output, the output caps down there, and also the power board down here has been done. But this side still has to be done. You can see the difference in the colorations here. And the difference, they're much newer over there. These aren't the easiest things to work on, although thank goodness it's Marantz. Marantz designed things to be easy. I have my outdooring stuff when it's time to do the travel. Not a big deal to get that together. The generator has a fuel line leak, so I'm going to have to take off the side. I love this generator. I've had it about 7-8 years now. It's a Power Mate 2000. It's nice to have power when this stuff goes. It doesn't happen too often down here, but it has a fuel leak, and it's just one of those things I tell you guys. There's a million little things that need to be tended to on here. But it's been a lot going on, so this is all pretty much cleaned up now, which makes me happy. That's a really old box that I had in the Shine Shack of, how would you call it? I don't know, just storing stuff that buttermilk, pancake, biscuit mix, stuff I never even used. It's probably been in there for 10 years or so. I did have, and there's Tiger there. I did have Tio coming. I had managed to cut the front before I had my surgery, and to get the front bottle brush trimmed up, and they look great. And then I had Tio come in. Yeah, that Tio, he did a good job. Take these down really, really far. So this, taking them down is like once every 2 or 3 years. Then once they're down at that height, they're pretty easy to keep trimmed. And we had some wild stuff that's growing up in there. I don't know, some kind of vine was pulling that apart. That's been taken down now. So this side, I guess we'll go through this way. Yeah, so all the recycle is moved out, which is great. Make me very happy. Just a small amount of recycle in there. Just finished up the plum harvest, which was great. Gave away some of them. We're coming into, still got, this is the Washington Navel. We still got about 3 or 4 months to go until they're harvested. The Trevita orange over here, which is a very delicious orange. Same kind of thing, our lemons there. But down here we had some kind, there must be a pipe running down here that's leaking, because when I get the well gone, I have just a lake back here. So I'm going to have to dig down and see what's going on there to get that going. Otherwise, I've been spot watering in here. So it's going to be a nice orange, very nice orange harvest. And they charge a fortune for fruit these days, which is really sad. These plum trees, this is the Santa Rosa plum tree here, has to be taken down. I want to keep it bushy and spread out like you're seeing there. And this elephant heart plum, which is the really deep purple kind, like that, with the really juicy flesh inside of it, is really nice. But it gets growing pretty strong, and the height is way too high. I want to keep these about 10 feet high. Peaches, didn't do any peaches this year because I wanted to strengthen the structure of the peach tree. Any of you know anything about peaches? They really tend to overproduce, and they start breaking branches, and you can lose a lot of the crop because they don't form very strong structures. So I aggressively trimmed them this last year to allow that to really get strong. So it's going to be a very heavy year for oranges. This is our Valencia orange tree, the year-round juice tree. And you can see how very big these oranges are. Absolutely enormous, but they're so good for juicing. And this tree goes year-round. So Tio also did this hedge along here, and I wanted that taken down a lot, and it was taken down a lot, which makes me happy, because the more you take it down, the less often you have to trim that, and that's a big job. Here's our persimmon tree. You can see some of the persimmons right there. Robertson Navel orange tree, really the flagship orange tree here for a long time. Gonna have to put some water on these trees. There's the Palestine orange. I'm gonna trim that to keep that low. But you just love that orange. Looks like Tio left his trimmers here, his cutters, and his rake. I'll have to let him know. Not the most organized guy. I cut this orange tree last year, and look at the way this base root's coming up. This was the Seville orange. I don't want anything to grow here. I want to keep this as an open space. There's my collection of cacti. I love these, just don't back into them. Cherry tree here, and here is our, this one got a little boring action, but this is a pear tree here, and I'm gonna eat this good one today. And these things are really delicious. The fence needs some work. And in the back, yeah, we've had some stuff. You know, earlier in the season that these two trees were taken down because the Ponderosa pine tree was dying quickly. And, well, this tree just always irritated me from the get-go, this job. So they're gone. And I have a lot of wood to use. I'd like to try to put an outdoor pizza oven, bread oven. Now, in the back here, You know, I made an apple pie. I've made a couple of apples. There's still some apples worth harvesting. But you can see in the back, we're moving to, you'll see the fence is gone now. The fence has been removed, and I helped contribute to the trimming of this huge California oak tree here. These branches in. I have to be careful. This guy puts the fence in the proper place. That's absolutely critical. But the first step was removing the old fence. You can see the old fence right there. And yeah, removing some of these. There's some of the fence over there. So this is the first time you're really getting a clear view into the back of the apartment that the Rancho shares this this fence line with. So how about that? The fence is down, and they're going to come in and start putting the new fence up. It's going to be what they call a neighbor fence. Half of the things will face this way, half will face the other way. So everybody should be happy. But you guys know this was something that really concerned me. Really concerned me. Was trying to keep this fence going through year after year after year. Oh, through heavy winds and all that. There's our moonshine barrels in the back. Got a fig tree. You'll never get rid of a fig tree. Be careful if you put a fig tree on your property. You'll never get rid of it. Ever, ever, ever. It'll be with you for life. So, and there's our apple tree there. I pulled off some nice apples this year. Made some nice pies. Nice treats. Good eating apples. They're a little long in the tooth now. Harvest was really in early August. You can see two nice ones right up there. Get the picker and get them. Isn't that weird to see no fence in the back on the Rancho? I kind of suspected maybe an offer will be forthcoming for this Rancho. I'm not really sure, but I think I would be heartbroken to give up the Rancho here. I know the city of Santa Rosa hates it when you have open land that's apparently not being used. They can't stand that. They want to have infill. And this would be suitable for a high-rise apartment here. Still can't believe no fence in the back there. Yeah, that's been here 14 years. First time I saw that. No fence there. So I got a lot of good use out of that fence, so I'm not complaining. So I think things are pretty good. Most of the heavy-duty yard work has now been, I call it groundskeeping. This is so far beyond normal, landscape or just going out and diddling around your garden. This is a lot of work here. It's a new almond tree's taken well. It's been a lot of work here. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and finish my coffee this morning, and I don't even want to show you the inside of the house. That would be far too embarrassing. Oh, shows you either now. When you have surgeries and things, you just got to let certain things go, and now it's time to address everything. Over here you see the fence, the main Rancho fence back there, right there. That was very poorly built when that was put up in 2011, June of 2011. One of the first things I did was fence the whole property. The old fence on the side was busted down. I'm so happy I put that chain link fence over there. But that front gate, the big double gate to the Rancho, ding-a-ling, ding, 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 ding. Yeah, it's got to be rebuilt. Hey, this is a great time to ask you, if you're not subscribed, to subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications so you don't miss a thing. Travel, metal detecting, vintage audio, live streams, cooking demonstrations, travel. Yeah, I ain't never gonna stop doing. what I've loved doing on here for almost 14 years on YouTube. So thanks everybody. Thumbs up are appreciated.